On for where we left off.
Cody match. So Triple H on the corporate side, we're getting that. He's almost like he's just pushing back his power against The Rock, saying like it doesn't matter who you are. It was great. I wish Triple H could wrestle. That's ultimately what I want. You know what I want for WrestleMania 40? I want Triple H versus The Rock. That's what I wanted, but it's not going to happen. So I think you could end up with Cody versus Rock. And then are you just saving Rock Roman for 41? You're going to get The Rock, I think, involved in a lot at WrestleMania. Stacking the odds against Cody, stacking the odds against Seth, pushing that story forward. Again, that XL trailer that they dropped, very cinematic. I loved how they did it. It's different. It's new. They're pushing WrestleMania early as well. And I like that. But what's that main event going to be? If it's Cody Rock, Cody needs to win then to go on to face Roman night 2. Or do you kind of flip it and you do...
Tired of paying for things you don't need?
Like 96 rolls of toilet paper. When you only need one? Classic yada yada. That's not the kind of paper that I want to stack.
You don't take yada yada in life? Don't take yada yada from your wireless provider.
Cody Roman main event night 1. Cody wins the belt, thus setting up for the next 24 hours. Rock's disappointment, getting mad at Roman Reigns. And then they go into the tag match. Roman's more defeated. And that's where you have, as Rock is already a heel, really turn on Roman Reigns during a tag team match. Where Rock is mad because Roman ruined it for them. He's not the tribal chief. Rock had to take care of everything. And then night 2 main event, you get Seth, Cody versus Roman and Rock. And Cody and Seth win. I don't know if I like that as much. I'd personally like to go with what I'm originally thinking, which is night 1 is a tag, and then night 2 is Roman Cody for the belt. Because if you do it that way, Cody and Seth night 1, again, still have Seth lose the title. So he's going through night 1, defeated, angry at the bloodline. Maybe he gets screwed out of the title. And so they're paired up. They don't want to be doing it together, but they got to defeat Roman and Rock. Then you get to the main event in night 1. Then I think you could get Rock and Roman beating Cody and Seth night 1. Just straight up in a tag match. They come out really strong, dominant, full bloodline, and it's heel Rock. So I think even his wrestling style needs to be heelish. He needs to be big, dominating, just delivering rock bottoms. And Rock looking like he has to run everything himself. And Roman's almost secondary right now. So then you get to night 2. The match is still there because that's what Triple H said is going to happen. Then you got Seth completely destroyed because he lost his title and he's been like beat in the main event. Cody is disheveled because he lost night 1 main event. Now he's got to go into night 2, even more upset, and you could even stack the odds further. Again, Triple H made this announcement that this is going to be the main event match, Cody versus Roman. But you know The Rock is going to push some way, somehow, and push his corporate muscle, power, authority over all of this. And you're going to get the butting heads of Triple H and Rock even more. So I think you get that tag match, but then night 2, you could also have The Rock stacking the odds even further by winning night 1 and then inserting himself as special guest referee main event night 2. So you do that, you got the Cody Roman match, Rock is in there, everyone's like, well, they won night 1, so it's all to create the doubt that Cody can't win.
2.
He's got to beat the odds.
Matter.
So then you have that main event night 2, and you end up with Rock really feeling like he's stacking everything against Cody Rhodes. Somehow, someway, Cody still wins. Rock reluctantly counts the 3, which acknowledges Cody Rhodes as the other royal family. There's more than one royal family in WWE, and it goes beyond The Rock's family. So The Rock counting the 3 and thus Cody winning acknowledges Cody Rhodes as the guy. It puts Cody over to the moon. He becomes the super ultra babyface, but in the end, after Pyro fire.
Sick of all the ads like this one? Just head to adskiller.com, click on activate now.
Fireworks, Cody everything wins, holding up the belt. He's good, he's done, he did it. You've got Rock pulling Roman off his feet. Roman is now defeated, and Rock delivers a rock bottom to Roman Reigns. But you have all of this, in my eyes, you have this great moment of Roman turning into the babyface because of The Rock, because of how much he's in storyline pushing his power. He's on the board, he's pushing all this stuff, and he's inserting himself as leader. If they continue this thread of The Rock being the dominant heel, it's going to force the crowd to cheer for Roman. We already cheer for Roman because he's just cool. But now, with Roman's schedule is so part-time, and The Rock coming out with all this being a super heel and a different type of heel, I think you're going to end up with Roman coming out of this and Cody being the big champion babyface and triumphant, and we start a new era with Cody. But you're also going to get a new era with Roman Reigns, and Roman as the crazy, insane babyface that we only get a couple of times a year. Something that we haven't seen before. He could still be with Paul Heyman and all this stuff, but he's got to break away from Bloodline and The Rock, and it sets up their Mania match at Saudi Arabia, SummerSlam, or WrestleMania 41 if they want to do that. The tag match also protects The Rock, because then he doesn't have to wrestle as much. But here's the other piece I want to say about all of this. And it has to do with the press conference, and it has to do with SmackDown before that. Hold on a second. The coffee is good this morning. The other piece is the press conference, or excuse me, the other piece was the SmackDown show when Rock initially showed up and confronted Roman Reigns. We had that moment, and Cody, through his words, gave up his his WrestleMania spot. They hugged, The Rock and Cody hugged, and he gave up the spot, and it was goodbye, and it made no sense. My theory, and there's some reports out there, but everything is like, no one really knows for sure. My theory on all of this, they had planned, again, based on reports and Rock taking over at TKO as being on the board, they had plans at Royal Rumble. I think by the time, before they got to the Rumble, this was the plan. This SmackDown segment of Cody saying, I'm giving my spot to The Rock. I think that was the plan. And I think that when it happened in the moment, and then the backlash they got after in the moment, and realizing the crowd is turned on Rock, they want Cody, they think this is bad, they don't want to see him fight for the world title, and all of that fallout within a week, I think that WWE pivoted hard. And I think what we got in that press conference, I think that was their redo. Because a lot of people are talking about how the story of what happened on SmackDown with The Rock showing up and then the press conference, oh, they pivoted really hard. Yes, they did. But if you look at the SmackDown segment and then you look at what they did at the press conference, if you just tweak that so that it was in the SmackDown arena, it really feels like the press conference was them being like, all right, let's just redo this. Let's do this whole segment all over again. Because imagine if the SmackDown segment didn't happen and we only got the press conference, or we only got this press conference thing, this whole bubble of it on SmackDown. If we forget about SmackDown and Cody giving up his spot to The Rock, this press conference thing would be even better. It would be like in front of a whole arena, and if that was the original plans.
Alright, I think that brings us to the end of this video. Thank y'all for watching. I'm gonna see you on the next video. Y'all stay tuned.